Evening, everyone. I figured I would do this compare and contrast of a selection of ruby red or fire red lenses. They're all aimed to fit the same niche within replicating what is Oakley's classic ruby finish that they had before they went to the fire ruby finish that they use now for the prism. And so these are all for the same frame. 4 different vendor of lenses. And so we'll go over each one and kind of like the pros and cons of each one. So on my left here, this is the deep red by SeekOptics. Okay. They're based out of Pennsylvania. They are very quick on their delivery. Nice lenses. They have a reddish purple tint to them. And as you rotate them, you see the red to orange to purple deep in the center. Beautiful lenses, precision fit. The first pair that I got from them actually for this particular frame was a little too large. They resent me a new pair within 2 or 3 days. They fit perfectly. I think it was just a miscut because I got several of their other lenses, no issues. The next pair behind that on the left here, these are the Fire Red by the SunglassFix. They're based out of Australia. So their ship times are like 2 weeks, just because it's got to go globally. So if you talk about shipping to the US. Again, outstanding customer service. Never had any issues with the reds. I did have a pair of blue. The mirror is really nice and deep on these. And again, it's a fire red, but a little bit less purple mixed to theirs on the inside and that's on the mirror side of things. Then up front, we have Fuse. Fuse is based out of Florida. Their stuff, I really like the purple, red, pink tone to theirs for the ruby within the orange and red. The only issue is consistency with them. I've had, of the vendors that I'm talking about here today, I've had the most issues with theirs. Being consistent cut and sizing. So that's just something you have to take into account when using theirs. But once you get a pair that fit, they're beautiful. Beautiful color, beautiful mirror. And again, you have that same orange and red. And so when you're looking at them, they all look like they're very similar, close. The SunglassFix are obviously the more red without purple hue, a red-orange fire mix, and they make that known. And then the last is Revant. Revant Optics, this is their Midnight Sun, similar to Ruby. And so again, you get that purple, orange, red mix, beautiful as well. So visually, they all look very similar. So how would you pick, or what I would recommend how you would pick based off of which company you want to go with if you're looking for that similar viewing experience. So they all use a natural gray base, first off, per their descriptions online. And we'll go from there. So we'll start with the Revant. The Revant, because I chose the Elite, they have a purplish sheen or a bluish purple sheen on the back. It doesn't impact your viewing. It's a gray base again. That is the anti-reflection once you've got them on with sun coming in the back. That's how you're able to easily tell Revant from everybody else, is they'll have that bluish purple hue on the lens when you're looking at it, not when you're looking through it. I see a mark I gotta clean before I touched it. The Fuse, they are more of a gray. They don't have that. They have the anti-reflective coating, but they're more of a black, a deep black gray on the back. Then you've got the deep red by SeekOptics, and theirs are also of a lighter gray base. But of the 3, these probably have the weakest mirror when you're staring directly at them or through them. Once you put them on, it's not that way, but just sitting here visually, like them and Revant, you can see the most through the frame of the 3, or of the 4, I mean. And then lastly, you have the Fire Red by SunglassFix based out of Australia, and theirs are also a dark red. But what I like about theirs is once you get them looking at the light, you see they have more of the classic ruby bluish hue to them. Of the ones that we have here, looking out at the light in my yard on a sunny day, Fuse, similar, like a gray blue hue at the end. Or no, sorry, that's the deep red. Fuse here, Fuse, it's more of a natural. And then the Revant, very much in more of the natural, except for the outer edges. So they're all similar, all beautiful. It comes down to a personal preference on how much purple hue do you want to add to your red. If you're looking for just a stable red, orange version more on the red side, I would recommend the Fire Red from SunglassFix based out of Australia. They're affordable. They're all reasonably priced in the same ones. Revant, I think, is the most expensive, other than the amp version for Fuse, where these two here, the deep red, polarized, which all these are polarized. They're all the top notch for whatever model their company offers. But in terms of color, clarity, and viewing, they all have crystal clear viewing, no distortions that I've noticed wearing them out and about. They all just have a little bit different or a deeper red or purple balance, depending on what you're looking for. I love the Fuse. You know, I really do like their color palette mixture and their, what's it called? It's not Midnight Sun. Nova. That's what this is. This is the Nova. I don't like the inconsistency. I wish they were more consistent. It's just their customer service is good about getting them reissued. It's just more of a hassle than anything. You know, you're waiting. All right, hopefully the next pair fits, etc. That's the only disclaimer I'll say. Their plastic frame lenses are fine. It's the wire frames or metal frames that seem to be an issue because they notch in and they're, you know, they actually require you to be more precise, honestly, than a plastic frame does, because there are so given, you know, the plastic's going to move where the metal has a very ultra-defined guidance on where the lens has to sit. So if I was going to pick only two, I would probably do the SunglassFix in the back and the deep red. I think cost-wise, they're both like $35 a pair for the polarized enhanced clarity and customer service and fit right the first time. Like, I think they're probably just a little bit better. Revant are $45 to $55 a pair for their top end to get the same level of clarity and color. That's why I say, you know, $10 to $15 more for them. They all offer the same, you know, warranty, protection, things like that. So hopefully this is helpful if you're trying to compare and contrast. Like, how do I know what they look like? Well, here's 4 of them. They're all supposed to be in that same color tone and category. Again, Fuse, beautiful. Revant, equally beautiful. The red purple hues. The deep red here by SeekOptics, really pretty. But what I will say, what I like about theirs is where you get to the center on the SeekOptics, instead of it being a purple, it's almost like a black mirror as it moves around into that purple shade. And then the SunglassFix. I highly recommend all of them. I've got multiple combinations over there in the blues and greens. They do different blues. And then same thing in my display here that I use for my case. Different mixtures, factory and third party. So same thing in here. So you really get a lot of color depth options. I love the ability to customize my sunglasses. It's great. So you can get that color you want, but I thought this would be a good example of 4 very similar color tones from 4 different companies, all in the same frame, so that you have that same base curve, so you get a good, accurate representation of what it's going to look like for you. Leave me some comments in the feedback in the comments section if there's anything you want to know about them. Otherwise, hope it helps clarify anything you might be wanting to know about how they do their reds differently. Because, you know, again, art on a website is one thing. Seeing it in hand product, totally different. So, have a good day.